behalf of all of us here at the Republic Media Network, I would like to wish all of you watching this broadcast this evening a very, very, very happy Independence Day. Ladies and gentlemen, what we saw today on the ground and from the ramparts of the Red Fort on the 79th Independence Day of the country was the most decisive speech so far from the Red Fort of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. We have been watching him in his 11 years of leadership, and each year there is a theme. This time the speech has set the terms very straight. The Prime Minister appears to be laser sharp in his focus. Many viewers who watched him across the country and across the entire world were looking for signs of indecision, signs of weakness, moments of worry, but they could not find even one. What they saw instead was a Prime Minister super sharply focused on what he intends to achieve, even more clear of the direction he needs to take, and unwavering in his clarity, which he laid out extempore to the people of India from the ramparts of the Red Fort. 2 points I want to make at the start. It was one of the longest speeches. It was one of the clearest as well. Here are a few points, a few takeaways. First, the Prime Minister announced a decisive GST Bonanza. And as per sources, though the Prime Minister did not clarify how much he was going to bring the GST rates down by, as per sources, I think there are only going to be two slabs, 5% and 18%. That means a huge fall, huge cut in GST, which will have a direct positive impact for customers and consumers across the entire country, putting more money in the hands of the masses by reducing the effective tax rate. Retail inflation is at its lowest, ladies and gentlemen, and this means achhe din aa rahe hain. So this is very decisive of the Prime Minister. A decision like this is not taken in a hurry, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of thinking goes into it, and for the Prime Minister to promise this as he has done also makes it quite clear that he is absolutely confident about the inner strength of Indian democracy. The second takeaway in what I believe has been the most decisive speech of Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been the emphasis on self-reliance. He said, for a nation, the greatest criteria for self-dignity is self-reliance. Most importantly, in case you missed it, the word Atmanirbhar was used by the Prime Minister 26 times in the speech. 26 times the Prime Minister referred to the word Atmanirbhar. And we know we are in the middle of it. You need to look at things like mobile phone manufacturing, defense manufacturing, highest ever defense production. The numbers are there. But when you hear the Prime Minister's speech, you're looking for clues into his mind. We have a Prime Minister who knows his answer to the threats, the empty threats of Donald Trump, is to encourage the country to work harder towards self-reliance. And all of us must today say we are even more committed towards that goal, Mr. Prime Minister. That we will not look at things in terms of party politics. That under your leadership, for you are the Prime Minister of a great country, we will execute every single day a step towards self-reliance. We here at the Republic Media Network will work hard towards contributing to self-reliance and Atmanirbharta for the country. The third point was the emphasis on fighting for the interests of farmers. And of course, the Prime Minister would not refer to Donald Trump or the negotiations there. But viewers, this is happening after Donald Trump has threatened 50% tariffs and has also said, if things don't go down well with Putin, I'm going to increase it still further. Viewers, this is the golden sector of our country, projected to grow to 38 lakh crore, up from 31 lakh crore in FY25. 85% of our farmers are smallholders, and genetically modified crops can threaten them to servitude before international patents. We are proud today that we have a Prime Minister who says, without mentioning it as many words, I will not let GM crops take over the interests of our farmers. It takes strength, it takes courage, it takes decisiveness for a Prime Minister to say so. And this statement of intent is something which should make us all feel that we also must contribute as much to the nation. These are difficult calls Narendra Modi is taking. It's very easy to capitulate. It's very difficult to lead by challenging the world order if necessary. The fourth point is his emphasis on India's indigenous iron dome. He spoke about creating a Sudarshan Chakra mission. He says that we are going to have a dome-like defense system like Israel has, even stronger, called Mission Sudarshan Chakra, which will safeguard our critical sites, including civilian areas. This is very important, very important. We've seen the words of Asif Munir, and though we do not think he can put ever his words into action, he won't dare to. We can't take chances with madmen like him. And therefore, we should all stand firmly behind Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and all those people working in the defense sector, research sectors must contribute and take advantage of his leadership on Operation Sudarshan Chakra and towards encouraging India's geostrategic growth. We must contribute towards making Mission Sudarshan Chakra a huge success. Politically speaking, the next point can be controversial, but it's also necessary when he spoke about ensuring that their conspiracy to change the demography of the country does not succeed. The words was Sharantra, conspiracy. And I also believe that there has been an attempt at changing the demography of the country, especially in the border regions. And this can be extremely dangerous for the country. Bangladeshi citizens are being caught, arrested. It's not just the India-Bangladesh border, all across the entire country, organically and inorganically. Artificial change in the demography of the country threatens the social security of the country, as the Prime Minister says, sows the seeds of social tension. I do believe that the Prime Minister will conclude this mission within months and not let it last beyond 2025. We must congratulate the Prime Minister for the certainty of this mission and not look at this in any political terms. I also loved the decisive energy security approach. Perhaps this point may not be emphasized as much, but the Prime Minister said that we are heading towards Samudra Manthan, saying that we will work in mission mode to look for oil and gas reserves in the sea. So India is about to launch National Deep Water Exploration Mission. Viewers, this will take a lot of focus. Our geologists, our engineers, the best of our scientists, and of course, public sector, private sector should all work towards this. This is not a 10-year vision for the country. This is a 100-year vision for the country. If Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Mission Samudra Manthan, which means exploring fuel and energy reserves within our territorial waters, our land, is successful, and if we can be self-reliant while also promoting clean energy, then, ladies and gentlemen, our economy will move in a direction and speed which will be the envy of the entire world. I think we are very close to discovering some oil fields. The Union Minister for Petroleum and Natural Gas has spoken about that in the Andaman Sea. And if we are able to tap into crude oil reserves, then I think we are at the edge of a transformation. Great things are going to happen in this country. And finally, the Prime Minister made clear and straightforward references to Operation Sindoor, viewers, when we destroyed terrorist camps. But his essential point was that we are in combat mode. And this is the mode the country will have to be in. We have to be in a metaphorically combat mode when it comes to our economy, when it comes to our society. And we have to be in a militarily combat mode when it comes to Pakistan and towards protecting our borders, our LAC and our LOC. The world will respect us if we are strong. I would request you, viewers, if you have listened to this video of mine and have taken the time to do so, and I'm grateful for that, please do follow it up by listening at length and with complete concentration on the entire speech of Prime Minister Narendra Modi on this Independence Day. And ask yourself, at the end of it, are we not lucky to have clarity of viewership that we have right now with Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the helm? And are all the challenges of the present globally not providing a wonderful road ahead, a road of growth and endless opportunity? Happy Independence Day.